Hi guys, my name is Mattsuki and I cannot wait to get on that plane to Caldera because man, it is freezing up here in Canada. However, there are some concerns that I had with Verdansk that I hope do not negatively impact my trip to Caldera. You know, Verdansk was nice until I learned about the fact that I needed to carry around a grappling device everywhere I went because the elevators were broken. And man, the air quality was disgusting. Whew. But hey, I got a list of demands right here, so let's take a look at them, shall we? So, welcome to the video. Smash the like button if you agree with the updates I'd love to see in Warzone Chapter 2, and without further ado, let's jump right in. First on my list, I want to see some game-changing updates to elevator shafts and grapple stations. Currently in Warzone Chapter 1 Verdansk, when you want to get to the top floor of a high building, you either have to take a chopper, but those won't exist in Caldera, or grapple yourself up, or of course take the stairs. And in a battle royale, I gotta say, you don't really want to be stopped by something as time-consuming as 60 flights of stairs. So just grapple, right? Well, you see, when you want to grapple in Warzone, your character puts away their weapon, and you're extremely vulnerable to anyone who decides to camp at the rooftops. My easy fix for this is to add working elevators that travel up and down on their own. Easier said than done, sure, but it's a change that I think is needed in order to effectively challenge campers in a one life only battle royale experience where losing all your loot halfway into a game could completely hold you back from a victory royale. And you know what? Warzone did have these automatic elevators on their new Nakatomi Plaza during the 80s Action Hero event. But maybe there's some sort of issue with having too many elevators. I don't really know, which is why I do have a backup solution that could help. Just let players hold their own guns out when grappling. Maybe only pistols, SMGs, ARs, shotguns, and riot shields, cause snipers and LMGs are very, very heavy. Getting into my next innovation, I believe the Loadout drops could use a rework. So many people complain about how they ruin the BR experience, but in my opinion they somewhat add to the skill gap and allow players to get creative. So the change I'd like to propose is the idea of splitting up everything in a loadout. So you no longer get 2 weapons from a single loadout drop, you don't even get perks and tacticals from a loadout drop. Instead, I think loadout drops should grant 1 customized weapon of your choice. If you want a second, buy another loadout drop. As for perks, I believe that they should be at a new point of interest known as the vending machine. Yes, you heard me right, just like the vending machines in Cold War Zombies. I think each perk should be assigned a different price based on their popularity as well. Ghost should definitely be one of the highest priced perks. Maybe it should be even as much as the loadout drops themselves. And finally, we got tactical and lethals. I think both of them plus ammunition should only be found in ground loot plus sky drops. Sky drops would replace those random loadout drops that planes drop off throughout the match. So essentially they're a better munitions box field upgrade. You find one, stack up on a couple hundred bullets for your guns, choose the equipment of your choice, and raise some hell. I hope this change to loadout drops interests you guys because you'll have to scavenge for more money and travel to more areas to acquire your perfect loadout. Next up, we got Shakedowns. Now, a lot of people do not like thirsting, which is when someone downs your teammate and then finishes them off without killing the rest of your squad. I personally believe that people do this for 2 reasons. 1, of course, to get the kill on their scoreboard, and also because number 2, self-revives exist. Sadly, I don't think there will ever be a fix for the first reason I gave, but there is a mechanic in Fortnite known as Shakedown. Usually in Fortnite you could use this mechanic to shake intel out of AI enemies, but in Call of Duty I'd make this mechanic shake out any self-revives on downed players. Now, why would you shake down a target instead of performing a simple assassination that eliminates them? Well, because downed targets that now have 0 ways of fighting back will rely on their teammates to save them. See where I'm going with this? You got a free hostage! And there's no way for them to retaliate. Just keep an eye on them, set up an ambush, and sit back and let the fun unfold. Lastly, I think Warzone needs multiple ways to exfil. As seen by the new trailer that just dropped, they added a new vehicle that picks up the winning squad and transports them safely through the gas onto a boat to leave. This is replacing the Verdansk helicopter because around the time of Call of Duty Vanguard, helicopters were only experimental, But what I'm actually asking for is more ways to exfil that don't include being the winners that get the chicken dinners. I actually have 2 additional exfils. My first one includes bribery. So I thought about what can cash offer sort of into the late game. Most players already have their loadouts within the first few circles, so why not have a vendor that's behind closed doors that you're able to slip cash to for the last ticket off the island of a caldera? These vendors will become available after the collapse of maybe 3 to 5 circles, so you can go up to the vendor, ask for a ticket, but there is a catch. Anyone can ask for a ticket during the time the vendors are available, but after that available time runs up, the vendor will grant the ticket to the person with the most cash in their inventory that's still alive. Happy sailing. My second additional exfil would take place after the vendors close up for good and another circle or 2 collapses. This exfil involves a domination circle and a bunker. This exfil works exactly like the one from Ghost Recon Wildlands' Mercenaries mode. This domination circle can be filled up by any team, but the last team on it as it reaches maximum capacity is the team that gets to go into the bunker and eat canned beans for, let's just say, a very, very long time. Anywho, I hope you guys did enjoy the changes I had. I do have a couple more though for honorable mentions. Number 1, if the heartbeat sensor still exists in Caldera, give it limited battery life. People including campers just rely on it too much, I think. Also, number 2. So there's a new perk coming to the game known as Intuition. It says it's going to be granting the user a vision pulse similar to high alerts, but for the direction of nearby enemies, even through walls. This has me worried because it sounds like it's going to be a perk that's going to replace the heartbeat sensor entirely. It's basically the heartbeat sensor but has 360 degrees of detection, no pinging intervals, and it's always active. So no need for a little device that stops you from aiming down sights, huh? Sounds pretty OP to me, and I just think a good nerf would be to shrink that player's minimap. If they want to be at close range, that's all I'd want to give them. And number 3, a change to the gassy circle. It doesn't make much sense on an island, and they really could have done something cool, like create a tsunami or some bad thunderstorm with tornadoes. There's a lot of potential with the setting they went for in Caldera that I think is just swept under the rug. But yeah, if you enjoyed my little list, please like and share to spread the word. The more we talk about these specific changes, the more likely developers will hear and implement our feedback. Anywho, I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out, homies.
Glide bomb ready for target.